Welcome. Today, Matiyu and I feel inspired to talk about the beliefs around being polite and people-pleasing, and how that can be detrimental to the development of our emotional health and our ability to set boundaries.
I'm sure it's a challenge for many of us to be fully authentic when we have something to say, when we have boundaries to establish. So let's explore together how we can ease this process of being truthful and respecting how we feel in relationship with others.
So when we begin our lives, first we have our parents who often tell us to say thank you or things that are, polite and driven on this basis of pleasing the people or guests when you're over at someone's house. And children, we're all usually quite spontaneous when we're a child, and when we're told to put ourselves together and say thank you or say something to somebody, an adult, that it's not coming naturally. Well, actually at the time we're being put together by an adult, and then that continues in our school education. So in school we have teachers teaching us how to obey the sounds of the bells, raise our hands to go to the bathroom. So today we're here to undo all of that, and it's absolutely essential.
One of the first steps is to recognize the programming of our childhood. Like being obligated to say hello, thank you, and of course there are good intentions behind these invitations, but they're more like obligations.
So how do we take back our power? First and foremost, it's basically a fundamental foundation around needs and feelings. So nobody can question what we need and how we feel. It's impossible. Yes, as empaths, we can sense each other. However, what we need and what we feel belongs to us. And each of us has our sacred space around us. And when we're in our power, we can choose who comes in that space. So right now, we're coming into the communication of empowering oneself through feelings and needs, not people-pleasing and not being polite. When we feel contraction in our body, it's a no. When we feel expansion, it's a yes. This is how we can immediately gauge the decision-making process. If we feel uncomfortable, well, we have to express okay, I don't feel well right now, I need to take a step back, or whatever it is. If you feel expansion and excitement, it's a go. So this is really important, and it's a very basic way to understand how to come back into our own expression and our own ability to listen to how we're doing in each and every moment.
And sometimes it seems to me that the challenge is to have an expression that is truly representative of how we feel. So maybe one exercise is to start writing down what are your needs and how you can express those needs to people involved. Like, I'm sorry, I need space right now, or I need silence, I need connection, I need touch, and to make a list of all that you can need, and so that it becomes easier to put it in words in any relationship.
Most of the time we would like to be heard and seen. This begins the moment we arrive on the planet. We'd like to be taken care of, we'd like to be respected and honored as children, and we can't take care of our own needs at that point. We have to rely on our parents or our caregivers. So if one person hasn't been taken care of in such a way, it can accumulate into adulthood So like Matiyu was suggesting, just tune into what your needs are right now, no matter how old you are, and acknowledge them to yourself, and that way you'll cultivate a foundation, a way to harvest that, so that when it's time to express it, it comes with greater ease.
It's a practice. So in one direction, you can ask people around you, people you care about, how do you feel right now? What do you need? Can I help you? And in the other direction, if people, your parents, friends, or lover, if they don't learn, if they never learned to ask you how you feel, what you need, well, you can invite them to do so. You can tell someone, hey, I would like you to ask me more often how I feel and what I need. And you do the same, and it becomes like a beautiful cycle of caring, of compassion and empathy.
Yeah, so we're trying to find a beautiful, let's say in a friendship, we want to find a balance where somebody can share and also somebody can listen to you, and vice versa. Because if things just go one way, it starts to feel draining and it starts to feel out of whack, out of balance. And all of these basic human needs to be heard and seen, honored and respected and compassionate, we'd like to create a dynamic where all of that is being revered and expressed.